Another episode, a very important episode. It's gonna be a good episode. Uh, I'm Jarvis,
Farouk,
and this is the Old
old
Heads
ass
Podcast.
podcast.
Today we're gonna cover some Airbnbs. I know there's been a lot of conversations about Airbnb, especially with the market the way it is. Um, and as far as starting up, start doing anything within the last 2-3 years with the market and COVID. It's been very challenging to do a lot of things.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of people are probably like me. How'd you go from track journalism and African American studies to real estate in the Airbnb market? How'd you tap into that?
Um, basically, I never want to, like you saying, how did I go? Okay, I see what you're saying. I never wanted to work for nobody. Like
Okay.
since I was younger, it's just like I was like, I'm not working for nobody. I I could have got a job out of college, but it's just like, do I really want to keep writing? It's like I just refuse to work for somebody. So I was like, I'm gonna try this first. If it fails, I go back to writing, and if writing fails, I go back to school and then end up being an African American professor at FAMU.
Gotcha.
So it's just like that's all it was.
You still want to be a professor?
Yeah, once I'm like 40, 50, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be a professor for sure.
What you like? What you want to teach?
African American studies, just everything about African American from 1865 to now.
That's what's up, bro. You don't hear a lot of people say nothing about that.
From 1619 to now.
So how is your Airbnb venture helping you get into that realm of being a professor? Is that helping you put away money to pay for school, or is that just buying you free time to do what you want right now, taking a break, or a little bit of both?
It's giving me free time and it's allowing me to teach. Like I'm teaching people. So sometimes people come to me, ask me questions, ask me to help. So it's like I'm teaching. I'm learning how to teach people.
Okay.
Like matter of fact, I'm doing a free course in like July 19th.
Nice.
I'm picking 3 people.
Okay.
So it's just like stuff like that is just helping me teach in the future.
That's awesome, bro.
Now, is there any as far as before we get into all that? I mean, what exactly is Airbnb? What is it? What's your definition of an Airbnb?
My definition is Airbnb.
I mean, it ain't gotta be no. As I said, it's your definition.
My definition.
It ain't Webster.
All right, my definition is you subleasing a property or owning a property to make money. That's just my definition.
That's it,
basically.
All right. So, and then from there, what about that made you interested in it?
Okay, my dad got 7 houses. Probably got like 3 acres. So he got a total like 15 acres, 7 houses.
All right.
So I always been around real estate. Even though he stayed in New York, but I always been around real estate. So it's just like I used to collect his rent from him. So rent was cheap back then. So he got like HUD houses. Right. So like $1,000. So I used to collect it. So I'm like doing this. I'm like, why do long term when I can do short term rental and make $1,000 in a week, $1,000 in 10 days. So it's just like it's no point in me really wanting to do long term rental and I can make the same more money in short term rental.
So Airbnb was a concept and was a revolutionary market breaker that disrupted the hotel industry, right? You just told us your justification for getting into that because you were intrigued. Why do long term and lock myself into a fixed rate when I can do more short term and adjust as the market goes, right?
Yeah.
Now with Airbnb being this new trend or this new fad, it depends on how you wanna view it. Do you think it's sustainable to do? And you don't have to be biased. Like keep it 100 for the viewers.
Yeah.
And again, like, but before you answer, this is you. Like, this on you. You know what I'm saying?
So look. So how long when you ask that?
When I say is it sustainable, I'm coming from the perspective of do you think this is here to stay or do you think this is a bubble and it's gonna pop sometime? So maximize while it's good right now.
I think it's here to stay. As long as hotels is the only competition. And who want to stay in a hotel that don't got a kitchen and don't got more space? So I feel like it's always gonna be around. I don't know if it's gonna be if it's gonna be
more barriers to entry.
Yeah, basically. So, but I feel like it's always gonna be around, and it's always gonna be better than a hotel. And there's other platforms too, so that you can list your place on. So other than Airbnb, like Verbo.
Now while we while we even on this, what makes you optimistic about your properties? So how many Airbnb properties do you have?
I got 2 Airbnbs. I got one in Orlando and one in Jacksonville.
Okay, and how successful are they?
They're very successful, both of them.
They stay pretty booked.
Yeah, both booked. I think my occupancy rate 95%, so they both booked 95% of the time.
What areas are these properties in?
One up in Jacksonville, St. John's Town Center.
Okay.
And Orlando, it's in Kissimmee. It's in the middle, so it's like probably 10 minutes from Disney.
Yeah.
20 minutes from Universal.
Oh, you hit.
22 minutes from Volcano Bay. It's literally in the middle.
So these were strategic spots that you picked.
That's the most important thing. The location.
Gotcha.
The most important thing is the location.
Okay.
Now,
go ahead.
how do you manage this? Because you said you have one in Jacksonville, one in Orlando. Are you driving back and forth? Because you do say you don't work, right?
At this point in time, I don't work.
Okay.
At this point in time, I'm driving back and forth.
Okay.
I do have. I'm staying at a place in Orlando.
Okay.
But it's I really don't like Orlando, so
Okay.
I kind of be here a little bit more. But now that gas is going up, I'm in Orlando most of the time. So I say, at first when I was in Jacksonville, I'm going to Orlando all the time, taking trips because gas really wasn't that high.
Got you.
I charge $120
a night
cleaning fee. No, just a cleaning fee.
Hello, why you want it? Why you want a cleaning fee?
Oh, that's you have to charge a cleaning fee regardless. So if you ever book on Airbnb, you're gonna see cleaning fees. So they probably be from 40 to who knows what. So I charge $120, and that's my gas money basically.
Well, I tell you, I hate people like you, bro. I stay in Airbnb. I be like, damn, man, the cleaning fee is more than the sometimes the per night session.
Oh yeah. It be like that.
Before you book, it say 400, then you get the checkout.
Yeah,
it's about 700.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It depends. Orlando, $120. Jacksonville, I done went from $50 to $120
for cleaning fee.
Yeah, for cleaning fee.
Why do you do that? Do you think people are willing to pay less here? Or?
First off, okay. I got a 1-bedroom in Jacksonville.
Okay.
1 bedroom, 1 bath.
St. John's Town Center.
Yeah, St. John's Town Center.
Yes, sir.
In Orlando, I got 2 bed, 2 bath. So I'm going to charge more regardless.
Okay. Makes sense.
So in Orlando, at first I was letting people stay 1 day, 2 days. They can stay for 1 day, and I end up I sleep in my car sometimes.
Wow.
And just it ain't point of coming back home.
But it wasn't worth it though.
Yeah. What you mean?
Money wise, it wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah, it wouldn't be worth it if I was go back home.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can just stay in my car for a night. I charge $120 cleaning fee. Yeah. Who knows what I'm charging a night? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna stay in my car, and I get up, clean up, go back.
Tracking.
Yeah.
So you just out in Orlando stalling? Why do you people staying?
That's basically what he's doing.
So I don't even remember the original question. Okay, so, but now I allow you have to stay in Orlando 3 nights.
Okay.
Because it's like I got tired of either staying
going
in my
back
car
and forth.
or going back and forth.
Tracking.
So Jacksonville, I got family here.
Okay.
I got 2 little sisters.
Okay.
That's home from college. So it's nothing to. It probably take an hour and a half to clean up. It don't take long because people aren't really dirty.
That dirty, yeah.
So I have them clean up for whatever if I can't get to it, and then they'll just
take a cut.
So yeah, so that's why I charge from. Basically, I charge cheaper because some people stay for 1 night. I allow 1 night stays.
Okay.
I allow 2 night stays.
Okay.
In Orlando, is more nights. The more time people stay, the more dirty it's gonna get.
Gotcha.
All right. So look, now I think we jumped the gun a little bit. How's starting an Airbnb? What's the how we even started Airbnb?
All right. So all you have to do is go on Airbnb. Look at y'all. Look at the camera.
It don't matter.
All right. So listen.
It's all you, bro.
Start off. All you gotta do is go on Airbnb.com and just become a host. Sign up to be a host and list your property. It's that easy. It's like making a Facebook, making an Instagram. When it comes to getting a property, you can do it a couple ways. You can do a corporate lease. That's subletting from an apartment. You can do a master lease. That's say y'all own this house. I can come to y'all like, y'all got this house for rent. Hey, y'all charging $1,400. I can give y'all $1,600, and just let me sublease it. So I'm going through you. I'm not going through a corporate.
Right.
That's master lease.
You just walking up to somebody and saying, "Look, let me do this."
Yeah. And if you own the house, if you paying a mortgage, you can put your house on Airbnb too.
Now how you did it?
I did it. First, this the other way. The other way is you can. I don't advise this. The other way you can sneak and do it. So just do whatever. Just
Yeah,
do
you
whatever
see,
you do.
no,
Hey,
yeah.
don't incriminate yourself, bro.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
incriminate
yeah.
yourself.
So, but the first way I did it, I snuck and did it because it's just like I'm willing to take a risk to make money. The second way I did the corporate lease. I actually went to the apartment, came to them with a plan, the script, a portfolio, and then they allowed me to do the Airbnb.
Now, I think this is important because for a lot of people who are in real estate, especially a lot of young people, I know me and Jarvis included, we came up in a different time where we're just like you. We're like, dang, I don't want to work in corporate America 9 to 5. How do I become more uh, minded and all that stuff? So a lot of people are always looking to get into something that they can, they can own, like their business.
Mm-hmm.
During COVID, I do know a lot of people got into Airbnb, but I also know a lot of people who wanted to get into it, but they face too many barriers, saying, I don't have money to go buy a house. I don't have money to put down as a down payment to buy a mortgage. But you're saying there's other alternatives to get into the game.
Oh yeah, you don't have to own at all.
Yeah.
You can rent. So you can rent an apartment, rent a room. You can rent a room. You can do this. You can put this room right here on Airbnb. So whenever you're not using this as a podcast room, other people can use it as a podcast room. So you don't need to own anything at all. You
Gotcha.
can put a boat on a treehouse on Airbnb.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Is they make the most money. Like
Yeah.
Really?
unique spots make the most money.
Yeah, people want an experience.
Yeah. So you put this on Airbnb, I'm guaranteed to get booked. You build a tree house, you will make money and be booked 300 days out.
So basically, you're just saying take the risk.
Yeah, take the risk always.
Have you had any failures? Because I'm not gonna lie, super proud of what you're doing. It's mind blowing to me,
Yeah.
right? Because I'm in real estate, blase. But that's a lot of risk, and I'm thinking you making it sound too easy. So I'm just gonna be honest, and probably for a lot of the viewers, I'm gonna be the skeptic. Have you taken any L's? Have you had any failures? It can't be this easy, or is it really is this easy?
In life?
No.
No.
This
In Airbnb, bro.
the process.
Failures,
Yeah, it just sounds way too
I
easy.
have it right now. You have to have automated systems. So I have all my ducks lined in a row. Like,
Calculated steps.
Yeah.
so okay. All right.
What is an automated system? What is
automated
that?
system? You have cleaning. You have like screening, making sure you got the right guests. We start with screening. So everybody who booked with me, you have to have your phone number updated, your email address updated, your phone number updated. You have to have a picture of your license.
No.
And you have to tell me why you coming. So Airbnb screen through something called LexisNexis. So basically, if your background come back negative, you can't book with me.
Got you.
Okay, so that's the screening part. And I don't let nobody from the city that I'm in book unless they have a valid reason. So if you
Why is that?
Say if you try to book and you in Orlando, so I'm like,
You're skeptic.
yeah, I'm like, you only trying to get away for one reason.
Mm-hmm.
You either trying to have a party
Mm.
or something that's probably
Fishy.
yeah. So I ask nicely. I usually don't allow guests to book that's in the same city. Can you tell me why? Like recently, Jacksonville, somebody just booked. They told me their AC broke. So I was like, okay,
Got you.
I got you. You can book.
Oh. How do you know that's legitimate? I can be booking
Yeah,
for a
you
party.
can.
I'd be like,
You can, but sometimes you get a feel.
Okay.
I just get that feel.
Mm.
Okay, so that's a cleaning automated system.
okay. What about collecting your funds? Get into the bag. How do you do that? Or does that happen with Airbnb?
Yeah, that happens with Airbnb.
Okay.
So so we covered how to get it, and now we got it. How do you maintain it and keep being successful? Like how you
Okay.
keep that going? What are you
Yeah,
doing
okay.
day in day out? You don't work. I mean,
Yeah.
what you doing? Like you know what I'm saying?
Okay, like I said, then it's automated systems where I don't have to meet no guests at all. So I have automated messages that go out telling them I download something called the August Smart Lock. They download the August Smart Lock. That's how they get an apartment.
Everything is through your phone.
Yeah, everything.
You not doing that.
Yeah. Everything's through my phone. So
I mean, is that it?
basically, that's it. Basically, I'm probably forgetting something.
So what's the most challenging part about this journey about being an Airbnb?
Most challenging thing is finding a cleaner. That's the most. If you want to find a cleaner and don't want to clean yourself.
Doesn't that eat into your expenses though?
Yeah, it does. Well, you can say that, but say if a cleaner only charge $60 and your cleaning fee is still $120,
You still
you
making
still
60.
making a profit.
Got you.
So, but that's the most challenging thing I had was finding a cleaner. I
Well-
can't find no cleaner in Orlando whatsoever. I didn't went through about 10 different companies, 10 different cleaners.
And like, what's the problem with that though?
Okay,
Are they
one-
not cleaning it
One
right?
cleaner,
or-
sometimes it's not about the cleaner. Sometimes, okay, the company I had, I'm not gonna say the name, but
you good?
they can clean good, but they want my checkout to be at their time. I allow my checkout is at 11 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
Next guest come at 4 o'clock, and I always have a back to back. So you got 5 hours to clean up. It's like it's really that I don't have a back to back. So they'll try to knock on the door at 9:30, 9:45.
Yeah.
So them
You gotta get out.
basically like tell them, and this nobody care about your business like you.
Yeah, like you do. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was them, and then it was the people who was like halfway clean.
Yeah.
So they are clean, but it's just like
It ain't clean.
it ain't. Now it's clean, but they are like I got throws like throw covers, blankets.
Okay.
It's like you'll wash the sheets, but you don't wash the blankets.
Yeah.
So like one time somebody wrote me, it was like it's a bug on a blanket. It was like a roach. So it's just like now I got the
You gotta go deal with this.
now I got to deal with this. So now I got to send them their cleaning feedback.
Oh,
And that's that's one thing too. You got to have good you got to be very, what's the word I want to use?
You gotta be
Understanding.
customers. You gotta
Yeah.
Customer service.
relationship
Yeah.
management,
Yeah,
CRM.
Yeah, that word. Yeah,
CRM,
that.
customer relationship
You
management.
got to have that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went from them. Then it could go from people because people just send you all types of stuff. So if it's a hair on the wall, they'll
Right.
send you a
Really?
picture
They
of a
tripping by that.
hair on the wall. So it's just like, but still,
You
you're
charging
not-
$120? I want.
Yeah. So it's just like, but it's still like, not as like you're not doing your job as a cleaner.
whoa. Bro, how legitimate is this, bro? I'm gonna be honest, bro. I can be petty. I'm gonna take my girl's hair, put it on there. How do you know I just didn't do
You
this
can't,
mess?
and that's what I'm saying. See, at first I was nice. I'm in everything about reviews too. So I'm nice. So at first I'm new to it. So people probably hit me with okie dokie.
Yeah.
Cause you real deal. Cause
That's what I'm saying.
you can get a bug and put it there and take a picture. Of
Yep.
it, and 50% of the people gonna give you a cleaning feedback or give you half of the money.
Yeah.
But now
Take heed.
you learn automated systems. And somebody send you a bug, you tell them, "Hey, I'm very
Sorry.
Disappointed.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have the pest control come and I make sure I go through everything. So if you see something else, let me know. And then you can say anything about trash valet. It's trash valet. So a bug is probably in there from trash valet or something
Okay.
like that. So
Yeah, you could just
you
give
got
them
to
a
have the
throwaway
right
words
thing
or
to say.
something.
I can't say the exact same thing because I got so many notes with shortcut. So if somebody
rebuttals basically.
Yeah, if somebody say something about a bug, go to my notes, copy that.
Send them this.
Send them that. If somebody,
It's a
somebody
template.
anything.
Bro, how many phones do you have? Do you have like multiple
I got
phones?
2 phones.
You got two phones.
I got 2 phones.
Oh man.
I got 2 phones.
That boy Kevin Gates, 2
I
phones.
got 2 phones.
Nah, so like nah, people struggle with many tasks. How you handle like different tasks and stuff like that?
You don't
What
work.
balance?
You
I
don't
I
work.
don't work. I'm focused. I got to stay. It's my business. If it's your business
Yeah.
and you care about it, and it's your only source of income, you're gonna do what you got to do.
Now, what's the most rewarding part about being an Airbnb host?
Rewarding.
The money.
The money. Sure, the money.
Yeah, the free.
The
You
mon-
want to say the
the
freedom?
money and free vacation. So if I ever want to get away,
Just
my
go stay
family
in
wanna,
your-
yeah, my family want to. Hey, we want to go to Orlando. Okay, y'all don't got to pay for no place to stay.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a
Now,
lot.
I know you said when we're back on backtracking. You said you can get an Airbnb through rental, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Where do you get kicked out?
Where you get kicked out?
Yeah.
Okay. For instance, one of my homeboys in Atlanta. Atlanta's
Yes.
crazy to do it. And
Yes.
me and my homeboy, me and him had the it's just crazy. Okay, me and him, we did all this together.
Okay.
So
What do you mean all this?
like the Airbnb,
Okay.
like me, him, and my homeboy who I got.
Teamed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
busy, y'all
homeboy who I
doing
got,
busy.
his clothing line right here, my homeboy. So I used to always talk about, he don't got the Airbnb, but I used to talk about it with them. Just like, man, I really want to do this. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it in Atlanta, you do it in Jacksonville, we're gonna see what it do. But I ended up doing it in Orlando. So they ended up finding out like a week later. Like a week later that he was doing Airbnb.
How?
I think they said that they seen it on Airbnb, but I don't believe that.
What?
I don't know how.
What?
I think they went in there probably for the pest control and probably seen like you got welcome signs.
Yeah.
So
Wi-Fi pass.
Yeah.
So like, I mean,
so
what's the
okay,
consequence?
Okay, so the consequences was it's either gonna go on your credit or you got to pay this money.
For the attorney at the lease. So at the lease,
It's you got to pay
3
when
months,
you break
2
a
months.
lease. When you break a lease, you got to pay.
So
I
that's
think
the
like
only
2
fee?
months.
I
Yeah.
say that's worth the risk.
Or you get eviction, but you don't want no eviction.
Oh yeah, you don't want to eviction on your credit.
But with him, this how sweet it is. Okay, he was like, "I'm still gonna keep it up there." So he'll put it on there. It'll get booked. He'll take it off Airbnb, and he ended up doing it for the 2 months.
Yeah.
And end up still making more money.
Wow. Then the eviction or the two times the
yeah,
rent.
because Atlanta is hot.
Popping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They're
People
gonna
going there all
spend
the
money
time.
in Atlanta. It's,
Yeah.
it's corporate. So he ended up making more money than I'm like.
So
Yeah.
what is he doing now? Did he take that idea and formula and take it to another city, or did he just back out?
Nah, he ain't mess with Airbnb. Right now. he trade though. He trade. He
Yeah,
a
for
trader,
sure.
but he ain't mess with Airbnb. Not because he in Atlanta.
Okay.
Atlanta.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Now, have you ever looked at any other outlets like I think it's called Verbo?
Yeah. I
or-
list on Verbo, hotels.com. I listen on that, but it's crazy. I only got one booking from Verbo ever. I don't know why. A lot of people like he was getting all his booking on Verbo too.
Okay.
That's the crazy thing. So I think it depends where you at.
So I'll tell you what. This is my 2 cents. From my experiences, I feel like Airbnb is more apartment style, smaller homes, and Verbo is more luxurious
Yeah.
places. I only say that because a year ago, I took my family. I had a quick lick on the stock market. I took
Yeah.
my family to Volano Beach, and I spent a grip on a beach house, and I found out on Verbo. But then I went to Airbnb, and Airbnb didn't have the same type of houses on there.
That's
It was
Verbo.
exactly. It was more apartments. It was more smaller homes. Verbo was more luxury.
Yeah.
Probably what Atlanta was looking for.
Yeah. It all depends where you at.
Yeah.
In Verbo, you're gonna spend more money too. So if I
Exactly.
like, people I pray to get a Verbo booking like
They
say
gonna
on
spend that
Airbnb,
money.
I got mine for $150 tonight. Verbo, I'm gonna have it on $225
Yes, sir.
just to see.
Yeah.
I'm getting booked on Airbnb anyway.
It's
Let's
the
see what's
clientele
going
that the outlet brings in.
Yeah.
Yes,
you know
sir.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
For sure. Now I know you say you got two Airbnbs.
Mhm.
The second one,
Yeah.
you did it through corporate.
Yeah, corporate.
All right. No, like how does that? What did that look like? But what do you mean by that?
Okay, so you go to the apartment. At first, I called them. Just I got a little script I asked. Like I'm gonna talk about that in my course that I'm doing. So I called them. I said a little script. I end up viewing the property. So I don't say nothing about me doing it once I do it. So when I leave, I'm not really a talker like that. So I have one of my homeboys. I have my mom call. So my mama called on behalf of me. Like I'm the owner of the business. She's the employee, and they want to do it. And she'll meet with them. She can show them my portfolio. He got one on he has one in Orlando. He's doing this. Here's the numbers. He's gonna be able to pay for it. Here's the credit. The business credit is good too. So that's basically the corporate thing.
You approach it like as a
Entity.
as a business
Yeah,
entity.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Okay.
And you tell them that you don't have to say nothing about Airbnb. You let them know I'm doing this for my employees. So I have travel nurses. I have corporate people that just come in and out, sports players, anything.
You provide a living.
Yeah, and say if they say something about Airbnb, okay, we don't allow Airbnb. Just y'all don't allow Airbnb, but just how y'all advertise on Zillow, apartments.com, and I advertise on the same thing. I'm a business just like y'all a business. So I'm gonna advertise on every website so I can
Maximize your.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's just scripted.
Yeah.
I mean, and while we're on the script, the course, explain the course.
All right, my course is just July 19th, I believe. Anybody can enter. I think the last day to enter is like July 17th. So, and it's an intro course. So this intro course is just going to show you, it's going to be explaining I'm not going to talk about personal credit. It's going to be the business credit because that's the most important thing. The business credit, how to obtain a property. So like I said, corporate leasing, master leasing, how to start an Airbnb with $0. That's going to be a subject. It's going to be like a topic. Yeah, that's going to be a topic. Housekeeping is gonna be a topic because that's the most important thing. I can't think of the other topics right now.
But other aspects that are relating
Yeah,
to start.
it's gonna be an intro though. It's not gonna be my telling them everything.
Yeah.
but it's
Right.
gonna be an intro. 'Cause,
And how are you picking who gets to attend?
it's a raffle, so all they have to do is post, share my flyer,
Mm-hmm.
and then just sign up on Eventbrite,
Got you.
and then I'm gonna do a raffle.
What does your flyer entail? Does it entail a link to your Airbnbs
Yeah, no, it's the
or just a flyer for the
It's a
course?
flyer.
So this course is not in any way to
Make money.
no.
This should
No
help
money.
people.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
It's just,
That's what's up.
yeah, because a lot of people, a lot of these Airbnb coaches, they just
Take your money.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
finesse.
Yeah, I got
I
you.
think I got finesse
Yeah.
taking the course.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
I say, I'm not gonna say finesse, but you know they don't give you everything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's just like
For what you pay. I
yeah,
guess.
for what I pay. So if I'm
For what
paying,
you pay, yeah.
if I'm paying a certain, I'm not gonna say how much I paid, but
Right.
I paid over $1,000. I paid $2,500.
Oh
for a
my
course.
God.
And how long?
How
was
many
it?
days? Yeah.
It was a crazy thing is the course was it was like like modules.
Oh man, so you doing it
Yeah.
on your page
So
anyway too?
I finished the course in 3 days. But
now, what you learned? Are you using
but
any
listen,
of that?
I learned from it, but it didn't teach you the correct way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't teach you nothing about personal credit,
Mm-hmm.
business credit. So it basically taught you how to run it a little bit, but it didn't teach you how to obtain it the right way.
Okay.
Right.
And you have to who want to risk their credit?
Yeah, yeah.
Like nobody don't have time to be risking their credit and then getting it, have to pay $6,000 trying to get out of lease.
No, that's
So it just teach you to, yeah, man. So
Okay. Now I'm glad we're on the pitfalls. Jarvis, I'm gonna take a different turn. I'm gonna be a skeptic.
yeah,
I enjoy doing that because we want to play devil's advocate. We know the benefits of owning an Airbnb, the cash flow,
Mhm.
the freedom. Now, we know what inflation's doing.
Mhm.
We know where the economy's going. The feds are pointing towards a possible recession.
yeah,
July 15th, or I'm sorry, somewhere in July, GDP numbers are going to come out. If we are below a certain amount, that's going to be 2 quarters in a row, and that's technically the definition of a recession.
Mhm.
As a skeptic, I'm saying, how does this affect Airbnb? If we're in a recession,
yeah,
I don't give a damn. I ain't going on no trip.
yeah. You're right. You're right.
So how does that leave you as an Airbnb host? Are you prepared? Do you have savings to pay for those 2 Airbnbs and those
Yeah.
2? Okay, you do.
Yeah, I save. Like I say, even if half of us be in a recession,
Yes.
half of us won't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, say that again. Yeah, say that again.
So you still gonna have people that still
Oh, doing well.
doing well.
Okay.
And that's who I advertise to.
To-
In the
Right,
first place,
anyway,
corporate
yeah.
America.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's
Your travel nurses.
yeah, my travel nurses.
Right.
My
Now, do you build relationships with these people? Look, when you come back, hit me up.
crazy thing is
Or is that legal? Can you do that?
you can't. Airbnb don't want you to do it.
Okay.
So I'm just now starting to
Follow up.
make a website. Like I'm glad, you learn as you go. So I'm
Yeah.
just now starting to make a website.
Yeah.
Have a card.
Right.
So because it's like I want
Leave
you
my
to
card
book, I
at
want
the
you to
place.
book through me anyway because Airbnb take 20,
I got you.
25%, but Airbnb
cut.
take
Yeah.
a good cut.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's just like I feel like with the recession part,
I ain't
We-
worried.
You feel like you've mitigated your risk because of your clientele.
Yeah, I feel like, and then it's like I have good reviews. It's like it's somebody gonna always travel. I feel like.
Okay.
So even if I have to lower my prices, I'll
Okay,
lower my
you
prices.
still
As
be
long as
alright.
I'm not coming out of pocket,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Okay.
As long as it's not affecting my business credit, my personal credit,
Then
I'm
you're
good.
fine.
Now you gave us some knowledge. Now I feel like as a person that's gonna go stay in an Airbnb, I'm finna take a picture of a roach and a piece of
Yeah.
hair.
Yes.
I'm finna
Yes.
I'm finna I'm finna instead of booking through Airbnb, I'm finna find a host
Yeah,
on a private outlet like
Mhm.
Instagram,
Yeah,
Facebook,
yeah.
and hit them up.
yeah,
Like people do that,
yeah. People do that.
so they don't even go through Airbnb
Yeah,
no more.
some people don't go through Airbnb, but it's well, I'm like at first
Right.
they gonna have to.
Yeah, you
but
got to.
I
But once
leave-
you make
I
that
leave-
connect,
Yeah, I got a welcome sign. Like I started off just by leaving my Instagram name. So some people, say I post on TikTok.
Yeah.
People then wrote me, "Hey, I seen your Airbnb on TikTok.
right.
How much?" And I'm like, "You book through me, I give you a certain. I'm gonna give you a contract. You got to sign a contract, and just give me this amount.
Right.
Other than booking Airbnb, that's gonna charge you taxes, extra guest fees. So it's like people paying $1,400 for 6 days, and I'm only getting a certain amount. So it's just like
it don't make no sense.
Yeah, give me $1,200. Give me $1,100.
Yeah, give me $1,200.
Yeah, that's all I want. I'll take $300 off.
That's crazy.
So I'll say this then. If a recession were to happen, I keep on going back.
Yeah.
Where do you see Airbnb going? Do you see it tanking? Do you see it flatlining with the real estate market? Where do you even see this going if a recession were to happen? And I only say that because
it might go down. It might. To be honest, yeah, it might go down.
Do you feel like people are gonna be able to survive or withstand the storm?
I think, yeah, I believe so. And then, like I say, with Airbnb, it's two types of people too. It's super hosts and then it's regular hosts.
Okay. Are you a super
Yeah, I'm
host?
a super host.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
I don't know that.
A super host is, I think it's like the top 5 or top 10% of hosts on Airbnb.
My God.
And you were part of that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
And
you
you're a
have
part
to-
of that.
Yeah.
Boy, that's crazy.
So you have to
Congrats.
appreciate it.
Bro,
So
dinner
have
on
to-
you.
It's quarterly though. So every 3 months it start all over. You get
Oh, okay.
you got to have over like
X amount of bookings.
You got to be booked up.
an X amount of bookings, an X amount of reviews. I think you can't be lower than a 4.9 or 4.8.
You got to be perfect. Damn
Yeah, and then you can't have no cancellations at all for a whole
And
year.
You
can't
cancel
control
it.
that.
You cancel
Your
or they
cancel or they
cancel?
cancel?
I can't cancel.
Okay.
They can cancel.
Gotcha.
Okay. Bro, you know what's crazy? It's crazy you say that. I was talking to somebody offline the other day. They was telling me, she was telling me how her son got stereotyped twice,
Yeah.
2 different Airbnbs, and the Airbnb host canceled on them twice.
For real?
Yes, just because of
Yeah.
the way that they look. I don't know, but now that you say that
Yeah.
tells me a lot about the hosts. Like some of these hosts out here that
Don't
truly
care.
don't care about the money
Yeah.
or whatever. They probably just having it as an investment tool, and if they want to cancel on you,
Yeah. Some people don't. Superhost is important because everything is about the algorithm. So I'm already in the algorithm. Like if y'all was to go on Airbnb right now, most likely you probably see my
Listens.
Airbnb on the first couple of pages.
Yeah.
So if you canceling people, you're not gonna be a superhost. It's gonna be harder to
get booked.
be booked. Who want to look through 30 pages?
Yeah.
Like when you go on Airbnb, what if you was to book?
Well, you got
How
two
many pages you
got
going
2
through?
pages. That's it.
How many
Yeah,
pages
you got 2. You got a solid 2.5.
Yeah.
that's
Because I need to weigh them price.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I'll probably look at 3 to. I'll take 3 to 5. Once I'm not looking past 5.
Yeah, I ain't looking past 5.
It depends
Might
on
not make it.
It depends on how the stock market doing. I might get to
and that
10. I
too.
might get to 10 if
That
I'm
too.
desperate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, back to your story, Jarvis, because that's interesting with people canceling and whatnot. My experiences with that, one of my friends who also operates the Airbnb does cancel only because he's had bad experiences with, what do you call them, guests?
yeah.
Yeah. As far as a guest line and say, hey, I'm only coming for 4 days for a graduation party or a graduation.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, that was false. They came in that place and tore up the house.
Yeah.
Right? So now this person has trepidation of doing the same thing. So they're canceling at a higher rate in order to mitigate because they can't trust. Because have you ever had that happen where someone says, I'm coming for this, or they came in and just completely trashed your house, left it dirty,
Yeah. Okay.
all that stuff?
So once they're there, they can't cancel.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, once they can't cancel, or you can't cancel.
Okay.
So I don't. If somebody want to book, I let them book. Like I never cancel
Deny.
a booking. I'm not gonna say
You going to ask why y'all booking, but
yeah, that's my reason. I'm gonna ask why y'all book, but I never like stereotype. I never said no. I'm not gonna do this. But once they there, man, I don't even know what the question is. Man.
The question, the question is, people are canceling, hosts are canceling because they've had bad experiences in the past. So when Jarvis says, this person might have been stereotyped, that's never right.
Yeah.
But I can see why, as an Airbnb host, I might have had a bad experience.
see. Yeah.
I'm saying, man, this person looked like he about to come trash my house,
Oh.
or he's a younger person. I wanna only rent out
younger
to
people generally,
Exactly.
are not at home.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, so
or this younger person, he's gonna
You
come
still-
and have
but bottom line, Juba going to let them book.
yeah, I never really had.
You've never had a bad experience?
I had 2 bags. I have I'm not even gonna say two because I had one bad experience where I was about to cancel on somebody, but it was because somebody broke the toilet.
How you break?
They leaned. I don't know how they broke the whole the tank. They broke the tank. The whole tank.
Did it flood your house?
Split the tank in half.
Yeah, the whole tank split.
What was it? They were overweight or something?
Yeah, I think. I think that was overweight. Okay. So it didn't flood. Gladly, it didn't flood. So that's the only bad experience I really had, and I say I had a couple dirty people, but that's
part of the game.
That's gonna happen. That's a part of it. That's when you're gonna charge your game.
The only time I'll be skeptical is like in Jacksonville, I allow last minute booking. So if
you can book for tomorrow.
Yeah, well, somebody can book like yesterday, like the situation, the AC, somebody AC went out. I talked to y'all about this or did I?
Yeah, you did. You said, yeah.
Okay, so I don't let people book in that city, wherever the city the Airbnb is. So I had a situation where somebody booked. It was Friday. It was like last minute. My check-in is at 4:00. It was like 3:00. I'm like, man, I'm not booked this weekend. I'm just finna just lower the prices real quick just to see if something happen. Yeah, I'm like put it like $85 with a cleaning fee of like $6. I'm like, if I get booked, I get booked. It's better than nothing. Yeah. So boom, soon as I lowered it, somebody tried to book, but it's like they from Jacksonville. So I'm like, I really don't like people booking from Jacksonville. So I'm like, like, can you tell me why you staying there? Like my AC broke. So it's just like either I believe them or I'm like either they another host who would try to book with me and leave a bad review. That's the only
That's
time.
grimy.
That happened?
Yeah,
that's grimy.
It'll tell you if they're a host or not. So I don't know if it would happen, but people willing to do anything. Yeah. Some people nasty and rude like that. So if it tell me that they're a host, like these people was hosts. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I get they Airbnb probably booked themselves. So I'm like, they are hosts.
They need somewhere to stay probably.
And they need and they're trying to book with me. Is just either they trying to get an Airbnb in the same unit, which I don't care about.
Yeah.
I can't control what page my Airbnb on. Are they trying to leave a bad review? It's anything.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's the only time I'm like iffy about it.
Gotcha. Well, so talk about what's next for you, man. Do you plan on growing from 2 to 3, 3 to 4, or are you content with where you're at right now?
I'm gonna see how this recession go.
Smart man.
I'm getting another one in July for sure. Oh. I'm getting another one in July.
Where at?
In Jax.
In Jax.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about moving to one in Orlando, Jacksonville too, because my lease ends real soon.
So you want all of it to be in Jax?
Yeah, because Orlando is saturated.
Got you.
It's a whole bunch of hosts down there.
Yeah, a whole bunch of hosts.
Do you feel like there's more opportunity in Jacksonville than Orlando? I would think Orlando because it's more like Disney.
Yeah,
all that stuff.
Jacksonville slept on though. Like I realized that anywhere that got a beach is good. Like people gonna come in. Like I said, it's corporate. You got Jaguars here.
Yes,
you keep putting emphasis on that. It's like I feel like when we think of Airbnbs, we think about ourselves and why we use Airbnbs, which is for vacations and stuff like that. You are gauging this to business, corporate people.
That's my.
You know what I'm saying? Business goes every single day, regardless of what the market doing, the economy doing. So I get your point. Like, man, people, my customers gonna book. I see what you're saying. I follow where you're coming at. Yeah. I mean, but what makes you the slightest bit of being unsure about that? Like, what has happened that made you be like, bro, I don't know if this might gonna happen, boy. Or the times when you weren't as booked, what was the reason why?
Okay, I say. My worst month was in Orlando, September.
Why?
I probably only made like $500.
Whoa, my God.
Profit. But it's crazy when you think about that. I probably ain't make no money because I was driving back and forth.
Yeah,
that was my worst month. I'm like, oh my God.
And you had just started in July.
Yeah, but this is what I realized. Okay, so I put it on July. I put it on Airbnb in July. It was booked. Before July, I put on Airbnb like July 20th. It was the whole August was booked by like August 5th. Mm-hmm. So towards like August 20th, I'm like, damn, September not booked.
Yeah.
Like what I'm gonna do? Like now I'm not being patient. So it's just like I'm gonna lower my prices.
Oh.
Yeah. Instead of being
patient.
patient.
Soon as you lower your prices,
coming.
Book.
Cause people save them too. They save them.
Put them on their wish list. So this is somebody did. This is bad. I was like, man, what did I just do? So 3 people booked in the whole September.
Okay.
for like 3 days. I mean, not 3 days, like
A week,
like,
a week, a week.
Yeah, like 9, 9, 9.
Okay.
Like 9 days, 9 days, 9 days.
That's fishy as
So
hell.
I'm like, oh my God. So that's only, like I say, my goal is to get 10 or more stays. So somebody's to stay for 2 days, 3 days. Because I want to have 10 or more because that cleaning fees I charge $120 there.
Gotcha.
So I'm making
Yeah,
$1,200.
yeah. You eating on the back end off your cleaning fees.
I'm making $1,200 off the cleaning fee.
Mm-hmm. You let one person
Yeah.
stay, he got that solid, that one cleaning fee for however long. You need multiple cleaning fees,
Right.
meaning multiple customers. I see what you're saying.
So I'm like, that's only what that is. $460 or something.
Yeah.
something
You got to
good.
be an accountant
Yeah.
with it, man.
I'm like, that's off cleaning fees. I'm like, and I'm only charged. I think I charge. And this is a 2-bedroom, so the rent $2,100.
God.
After it was extra, the rent 18, but I got to do extra stuff. 'Cause
Yeah.
I got like the apartment open, so they got a key. It's a key fob to get in the apartment. I can't have a lockbox nowhere because I snuck and do it.
Mhm,
So
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
storage, literally like walking distance, an inside storage.
Okay.
So I pay $100 a month for storage. So after all, it ended up being like $2,100 for rent.
Gotcha.
So I'm like, man, I only make $500 this month. I'm not patient. Like, as soon as I put it for a lower rate, they booked it. Like, that was the crazy. That was crazy.
For me though, why is that bad? Because for me as a businessman, I feel like some money's better than no money.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Right?
I'm not gonna say it's bad, but according to July and August, my goal is I want to progress.
Got you.
So I was like
Setback.
like stocks just crashed.
Okay.
Like, that's what it felt like.
Now, let me ask you this. Now, when business is going good, you know, you booked up, what does it take to get to the next level of success, right? So you booked up 12 months out of the year, 30 days out of the month, everything good. Obviously, you don't want to get too greedy, but you still want to be reevaluating yourself. You know what I'm saying? So what are you looking at? You know, I'm talking to the successful host out there. Like, what are you doing to maintain the business? Keep it going. Take it to the next level. Like, what does that look like?
If you booked up, regardless, like I said, the next thing is to start looking for another unit.
Start looking for another unit.
Yeah, so it's just like I didn't have to come out of my pocket at all with this second unit because I used all that. I said I wasn't gonna touch me and my homie from Atlanta. We said we're not gonna touch the money at all. So I still haven't touched that money except for doing that. So I said
the new one.
I'm gonna make my profit back, and I did it so wrong. Like I did it so wrong. I'm gonna talk about like maximizing my profit. Like I think I spent a total of $10,000 furnishing it. So it took me.
Was that bad?
It's bad. It's Jacksonville. It took me like $5,000, $300. I done made my furnishing it. I done made my profit back already.
$5,300 for the apartment in Jacksonville.
Furnishing it. So
But it took you $10,000 for the one in Orlando.
Yeah, because I just did.
What'd you do?
Extra stuff.
This is his first time.
Yeah, my first time buying $1,100 bedroom.
Oh yeah, you
sets.
crazy.
Yeah.
Buying
Yeah.
this extra, buying so
Instead of
many-
going to the thrift store.
Yeah. That's why, and
different
I'm gonna
things.
talk about that in my course too. It's ways to maximize
Keep the cost
your
low.
profit. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to keep the cost. No, if you got a 1-bedroom, $6,000 is the most you should spend, and you should make that back in 3 months. That should be your goal, to have your profit back in 3 months.
That still sounds a little high for me though. What am I spending $6,000 on?
Okay,
Maybe I'm experienced. I'm ignorant. I don't know anything about this.
$6,000. All right, I wish I had my little setup here. So 6,000. So you gotta.
Just rough numbers. They could be rough numbers.
Yeah.
They ain't got to be exact head on.
All right, so you gotta. This including the moving the first month rent.
This is including the
pay.
first one rent.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
All right.
including the first
So
month.
really,
Okay.
you talking about
3,500.
Yeah,
$3,500.
$3,500. Yeah.
Okay.
So you got the first month rent. You got the couch, a sofa. You got a sofa.
You got a nice sofa.
I get a pull out every time. I pull out probably like the first time it cost like $1,000, but this time I got a sofa from Wayfair for like $650 or something.
Okay.
So you got a sofa, you got a bedroom set, you got a TV, or you can do 2 TVs.
Okay.
In Orlando, I got 2 TVs.
Yeah. You should though, right?
No.
They ain't gonna be staying there.
Yeah, it's like at the end of the day, this is not where you. It's not your place.
Okay.
It's not your place.
Okay.
So put 1 TV. You go to most Airbnbs. Verbo probably got
6
TVs in every room.
Yeah.
So you go on Airbnb. I mean, you go book place. Most times this is 1 TV, and I'm not putting no TV in the bedroom because that's where you are gonna eat at regardless. So I
Gotcha.
don't want you eating there. Messing up the carpet.
Messing up the bed.
Messing up the bed. Yeah. So it's just
You
like
in the room
I'm
that
doing
eating.
one. Okay, so that's a TV. You got decor. Decor can kind of cost because you got an entertainment center.
Okay.
entertainment center.
Like home decor.
Bar stools is so expensive. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
just
yeah.
buying stuff for a house.
Yeah.
Man.
So then you got decor. Then you got if you gonna do like I'm not handy at all.
Okay.
So I have to pay somebody to
Do all that stuff.
hang up the TV on the wall.
Yeah.
Put furniture together.
Got you.
So
All that cost.
Yeah, all that U-Haul.
Okay.
That's everything.
Tracking.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. I
Yeah.
thought you spent $6,000 on furniture.
$6,000.
I'm saying you crazy.
No. $6,000 to about start. My fault.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So furniture, you got
Plungers, all that stuff.
yeah, this
little stuff add up.
It add up. It add up.
Yeah,
And then the most thing too add up is sheets. You want to have extra
Clean sheets for everybody.
Towels is expensive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Towels, washcloths.
Okay.
You want to have amenities like travel size.
Yeah.
This is a super hose. This is what you should have.
Yeah.
Travel
Okay.
size. Soap.
Okay. Well,
Toothbrushes.
I'll say this too, since we're talking about expenses. Do you feel like because you were liberal with your spending up front is the reason why you're able to reap so much success? Does that make sense? Because you were able to get better stuff and better amenities and a TV and nice couches. Do you feel like you reaped it your return back on the back end? Versus if I was cheap and conservative with my spending, you may not be a super host.
Yeah, for sure. You may not be, but like it's quarterly, so your goal is to progress every time. So
Okay.
if you don't, like I say, like if you was to go on Airbnb right now, you only had $2,000. Do what you can do with $2,000. Once you make that money back,
Investing more.
yeah, invest more so you
Okay.
can pay for like pictures, photography. Like your goal is to have the best pictures.
Gotcha.
Some people take pictures on their iPhone and it just look horrible.
Decent.
You
Okay.
want to have a real estate photographer take your pictures
Mm-hmm.
because it's gonna pop.
Mm-hmm.
Like you want people like when you scrolling, you want somebody to click on it.
Mm-hmm.
So when they click on it, then that's when you can have all the amenities like the
Catfish. You ever
yeah.
bro, you
like the
you
soap, the snacks. Like I leave snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro.
Especially if somebody spend money, I'm gonna make sure they right.
I'm laughing so hard, man, because I stayed at a couple Airbnbs and I've been so mad because I'm like, bro, this is not what the pictures look
Oh,
like,
yeah.
bro.
No, that's
The
fact.
pictures always gonna look better. Oh,
I mean, that's just like
always.
Instagram today.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
people, you know.
Yeah,
But we ain't gonna get into that.
That's always. Always.
I mean, but as we wrapping it up, I got some questions. You know, we take polls on Instagram. The questions people want to hear. So you done answered a lot of them. But I mean, so how long does it take to get started? You know, from the day I say, "Hey, Juba," you know, the day I'm interested in getting started. Okay, today is the 11th,
Yeah, 11.
June 11th. When rough estimate, all my ducks are in a row
Mm-hmm.
as far as qualifications. My personal qualifications.
Yeah.
From June 11th today, I got all the money up front. I got $6,000. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
be able to cover all this stuff. When am I gonna when? What's the onboarding process, for lack of better words, of starting
All right.
Airbnb?
I said it depends how bad you want it. Because if you was to have somebody to help you pick out the furniture and the decor, you can get started in 3 weeks. Just sign a lease, order all the furniture, have everything together.
So at minimum, you talking about 3 weeks to a month.
Yeah, 3 weeks. It should. If you got everything lined up and you got a little support system, because I know we men, so it's kind of hard to furnish and decor. So I say about a month, honestly. August.
And if you
1st,
dragging your feet, by month 3, 4, you need to say this ain't for you.
Yeah. It shouldn't take that long at all. It should
Yeah.
not. If you got everything lined, even if you don't got everything lined up, 3 months is. Because you can, like I said, you can start it off. It's so many ways to start off with $0.
Right.
It's so many ways.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's an important aspect because I want to ask you this: do you ever plan on saving those profits and maybe getting something that you own, like a house?
Yeah. Like I said,
or townhome.
Yeah, my dad got like 7 houses, so I just want to try to get houses that's not really expensive.
Yeah.
That's why the recession need to happen so everything can go back.
Hey man, chill, bro.
Back low, for
Some
real.
people.
So I got
but
my
yeah.
eyes on stocks. I'm trying to grab.
Yeah.
So, yeah, eventually I do want to
Get into the real estate market.
get into the real estate market.
Hey man, that's awesome. I don't know about the viewers who are watching, but first of all, thank you, Jarvis, for bringing this amazing.
Man, thank you, Jude.
Yeah,
for coming on.
Thank you, Jarvis. Thank you, Jude. This is so insane. As a 25-year-old young entrepreneur who's doing stuff on his own beat, marching to his own drum.
Yeah.
It's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Right? People are struggling to find jobs out of college, and you say, "I'm gonna do it my way," and you're successful at it.
Yeah. I want to touch on starting with $0 real quick.
Right, go ahead,
I really
go.
need to pull out my phone.
Nah, you good.
I ain't from on PowerPoint, but I say one way is something called, like I said, my mom, she call around, say the script for me,
Mm-hmm.
do all this. People charging $500 to $1,000 just for people to find them a place.
What you mean by that?
To do the corporate lease, like, because everybody can't talk on the phone. So if I call this apartment for you and act as your employee,
representative, right?
yeah, you can real deal make money off that. So that's not starting with $0, but it's still you using your voice to make money.
Got you.
I mean, go off of that. I mean, elaborate on that.
Okay.
You're saying you. Okay, I'm your employee.
Yeah.
I go pitch the apartment.
You
complex.
go pitch. Yeah. You go.
Okay, and then they let me in.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're saying.
That's
Yeah,
a way of starting
Okay,
with
yeah,
$0.
okay,
Yeah, that's a way to start with $0 for sure.
Got you.
Let me.
So basically, you got a list of stuff.
Yeah, I got a list of stuff.
I mean, we ain't finna get to them. They got to sign up for the class.
I'm saying.
for sure, but still, that's an important part. You can start with $0.
Yeah, 100%.
Middleman in appliance now. Y'all know what appliance now is?
No.
I think it's called. Is it acceptance now?
Acceptance now.
Acceptance now. That's what it's called. Like rooms to go outlet. You can go down. You can go there with $0 to $1
What?
and put down furniture and just pay the furniture back in 3 months.
For 0 interest?
Yeah, as long as you pay it back in 3 months.
Yeah, 0 interest for
Yeah,
like 3
0
months.
yeah,
Yeah. I
3
heard of that. I heard of
Yeah,
that.
I did it for my first one.
Why is no one doing this?
People don't know.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
why I said
Yeah, they don't
with
know
this
what you're
course, I'm gonna explain ways to start with zero. Does that?
I mean, so but brief the course right quick. Go run right quick over the course. What does the course entail?
No, I don't know that. No, man. You know,
Oh yeah, I forgot it's on your phone.
it's on
Yeah,
my
yeah.
phone.
I mean, the 3 most important pieces you want
the
people to
most
take from this course.
important is how to obtain a property the right way. That's the most important thing because I don't want nobody having to do nothing in their personal name and then end up getting evicted. But some apartments don't care about you doing Airbnb as long as you got everything together. That's the most important thing. Number 2 is what we just talked about.
0 money down.
Yeah, 0 money down. That's because a lot of people don't. And then like you can co-host, so you can hit a lot of Airbnb hosts.
What do I mean?
So you want to hit up an Airbnb host. Hey, I'm interested in doing Airbnb. Do you need somebody to manage everything? So write people back.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure the property clean. The cleaners doing what they do, or you can clean for them. You can
Gotcha.
tell them I get 20%.
Got you.
15%. I got my sister as one of my co-hosts right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she just get 15% just cause.
Hey man,
Yeah,
you need to up your charge, man.
Yeah. So she get just by looking out. So like if I'm out of town, I was just out of town. She'll write the people for me. Just little stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just little stuff like that.
Man, that's awesome.
I mean, so all right, so the most important thing you think somebody should take from this episode. What is it?
It's taking risks. It's being successful. Sometimes you got to take risks to.
I know from listening to you, you done took a million.
I'm saying.
For real. You got people taking risks.
Every day.
I got homeboys on the street, so it's just like
Yeah,
you willing
yeah.
to take a risk.
Yeah,
like, you know,
yeah.
I come from that back. So if you willing to take a risk in the streets,
Yeah.
why you not willing to take a risk in business?
Yeah.
And I tell them, you got people who drive drunk. If you willing to take a risk driving drunk,
Right.
risking other people's life,
Wow.
why you not taking a risk?
That's fact.
Wow.
That is
People
fact.
take risks but don't take.
The right risk.
right
Calculated
risk.
risk.
Yeah,
It ain't
it's just like,
calculated risk.
I'm gonna risk to get rich.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's the only thing I'm gonna do. Like that's
In a
that's my
legitimate
goal.
way.
Yeah, that's my goal.
Yeah.
Is to do everything legal,
Yeah.
and I'm willing to risk.
A couple shortcuts.
Yeah, I'm ready to risk whatever I gotta do to take care of my mama, take care of my sister, take care of my auntie, make sure my brother's straight, make sure I'm straight.
Yeah.
Don't be scared to take risk, smart risk. If that's
what's up.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a good way to cap it off.
Or first of all, Juba,
yeah.
congrats.
For sure.
Hats off to
Appreciate
you,
it.
brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
And-
Keep going.
I think it's important you found your lane.
Yeah.
You've become really efficient in your lane. You become a super host in your lane.
All right.
And it just goes back to what Jarvis and I preach every time, man. This is the Whole Ass Podcast, and we always tell you that.
Make sure you always
Stay in your lane.